Good morning. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. A few weeks ago, I began constructing a checklist for anyone who wants to assess leaders for their effectiveness or their goodness. By goodness, I refer to both the outcome of their stewardship as well as their morality and ethics. This because by bad leaders, I am referring to a wide range of persons, some whose outcomes may be bad, but who remain morally and ethically sound. Some whose outcomes may appear to be good, but whose means were immoral or unethical. And some who had both bad outcomes and moral and ethical shortcomings. As I said when I started, bad leaders do not develop in a vacuum. Quite often, the communities in which they lead allow them to develop so, and so they shall continue, either until the community or some other force compels them to change, if they can change at all, and unfortunately, some cannot. 3 weeks ago, I identified accountability, advocacy, and courage as leader character assets. Let me share today 2 more characteristics that you ought to find in your leaders, whatever your organizations might be. First, emotional intelligence. This past week, I watched 2 portions of trials being conducted here in the United States. In my judgment, I saw one judge display strong emotional intelligence while the other did not. The latter screamed at the prosecutor more than once, even challenging him about the prosecutor's facial expression at a certain point in time, which struck me as juvenile and petty. In the other trial, the judge, upon hearing a defense lawyer say that he did not want, quote, any more black pastors coming into the courtroom, unquote, kept admirable composure, good emotional intelligence, in responding to that lawyer, although counsel was way out of line. Emotional intelligence is a leader's best friend. It enables the leader to accomplish 3 things. First, to discern the feelings of others with whom the leader is dealing, and to respond with sensitivity and respect. Second, to discern their own feelings so as to know and evaluate exactly what they are feeling and why. And third, to determine how to respond, thereby regulating their attitudes appropriately in the moment, in what we call self-control. Now, even though I was once a law student for a hot couple of minutes, I am no lawyer and cannot comment professionally on this judge's rulings. Nevertheless, a judge who dispenses with self-control, even if his rulings might be appropriate, may make any outcome of the case appear to have failed to dispense justice. Second, honor. Let me use that judge once again to illustrate what I mean by honor. On last Thursday, Veterans Day here in the United States, the judge who already berated the prosecutor already refused to allow the dissidents whom the defendant killed and the man he injured to be called victims, but who said they could be called looters, rioters, and arsonists even though no court ever sentenced or so determined them to be, asked for a show of hands if there were any veterans in the courtroom. The lone veteran happened to be a witness for the defense, whereupon the judge proceeded to invite something which ordinarily might have been an act of honor, showing honor, but which to me in this moment dishonored his honor. He invited the court, inclusive of the jury, to offer a round of applause to this person whom the judge ought to have discerned was not at that time and place a veteran, but a witness for the defense. So, in coercing the jury to give deference and honor to a witness in a murder case, the judge, in my judgment, unnecessarily prejudiced the jury even in that one moment and did a dishonorable thing. The judge also went out of his way to disparage Asians in a tasteless joke which fell flat, as he called for a lunch break. This lacked both honor and social intelligence, an intelligence type no good leader should lack, and to which I shall return in a future episode. Honor is a leader's good friend. Honor allows a leader to treat with reverence the rules, the requirements, the processes, and the vision of her organization's people, and her own stewardship of the trust reposed in her by the organization's people. Leaders who go about without honor are liabilities to their people and their people's hopes. People who bear the title His Honor, or the Honorable this or that, or other forms of the title like Reverend or Rabbi or Imam, or who hold any rank in any hierarchy, who then proceed with dishonor, leave the rest of us deeply disheartened and disappointed. I'll continue our checklist another time, but for now, I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. Please share this video with someone who's looking for good leaders. I'll see you again next week. Happy Monday, all the way to Friday.